Sessions at sunrise, a way to begin every morning. Most mornings, I'm up to see the sun, and I'm used to thinking and feeling in words. I wonder what will animate me today or what will go away. I find myself in the realm of a hope dealer. I have no suit to put on, just learning to be me, not fancy, just a little clear. Am I doing all I can to preserve great leaders, save geniuses? Am I doing all I can to bring great parents to children, great leaders to organizations? I ask myself this every morning. I ask the emerging sunrise to release me from shunning the mystery as the day unfolds, and the world does not have to be beautiful to work, but it is. So let's meet it where it is, pay close attention to things, and see possibilities. Welcome to Sessions at Sunrise. Life is so precarious. Life is so full of opportunities. The moments that we experience, we never will be able to predict what is housed in the moments of our lives. Whatever arrives at our doorstep, whatever is about to come, it asks us to bear witness to whatever it is. And if we're distracted, if we're somewhere in the past or the future, thinking about what the others are thinking, who they are, or who we're not enough of, then we deny ourselves the magic, the glory of the present moment. And the only way to really change the way the future is, the way the future comes into being, is how we come into the present moment. How aware are we of our truest intentions? Do we really know? Can we identify what matters to us, to make meaning and to sense something, make sense of things, grab what we can from the experiences that we have? I often think that the role of coaching is to slow people down and integrate their experiences at a much greater, deeper educational level. Our experiences are meant to lead something out of us and provide us instructions. But a lot of us are so caught in what we expect things to be and so reactive that we feel the contradictions to the moment. So I want to share with you some examples of this, of moments, some of the greatest moments that I have had the opportunity of sensing and living into, to convey a quality of attention to things. Saturday mornings, I love to do breakfast with my family, my two daughters, my wife. We love to get up and make breakfast. And so this past Saturday, we got up and we decided to make some crepes. Now, these crepes are very, very good. You make it with the flour and the eggs and things. And what I love about making things together is that there's a quality of relating out of the way we make things together. The roles become normal. The kids know what to do. They offer to help. I think some of our best expressions come out when we're creating things in the kitchen. And the vision of what we're about to eat is so scintillating. We all look forward to it with great motivation and passion. So we're going along, and we decide to make some eggs and add bacon. So we're making this wonderful breakfast. You could be there in the kitchen. If you smelled it, you'd be 10 feet off the ground. And we're serving the plates. And all of a sudden, my wife, we're supposed to put chocolate on the crepes. She makes a mistake and puts chocolate over my eggs. Can you imagine? Here's dark chocolate on my eggs. Can you imagine getting a plate with chocolate dripped all over the top of your eggs? And so, there we go, a chocolate egg. Wow, chocolate scrambled eggs. Isn't that something? And at first, there was a quality in me that wanted to speak out and tell her that that's not what I wanted and react with judgment. That's what I didn't want and so forth. And quite frankly, it's not what I wanted. But I took a quick breath. I took that moment, that sacred pause, just to kind of step back and kind of see things from a different direction. And I found myself with a softer edge, with an open heart, offering curiosity to having chocolate eggs for the first time. I thought, why not? Why not? Why not? And it was a great moment. I said to the kids, I said, I've never had chocolate eggs before. There's always a first time. And if the future needed this, Why not try it this way? And I ate the chocolate eggs, and it was pretty good. So, what does this really mean? Well, to me, the experience is so valuable on several levels. One is for the kids to be able to see that when things don't go the way that you were expecting, there are often different ways in which you can take it as a teacher. You can use the moment as a way to offer a level that is different to take it in. And you may experience it differently, you see. And I hadn't had those chocolate eggs before, and they were actually very good. Now, would I go out and order chocolate eggs again? I don't know. But in that moment, it sure was good. And it brought us together. You know, rather than react and push against, it was a level of acceptance that I was conserving. So small, so subtle. But I think we find ourselves, as we go throughout our days, our minutes, our moments, is that we look for the conveniences and we look for the moments that are really made around us. We become self-centered. And we find ourselves kind of, here's what's on my menu, here's what I want. Now I'm going to get it, and I'm going to do what I got to do to get it. And then when we don't get it, you know, we turn against it. And it's pretty neat turning yourself into the acceptance of something that is irrelevant, unpredictable, not wanted, and yet bring forth that willingness. And so that was an amazing moment. And we often have these things where they just don't go necessarily our way, but sometimes as we hold space for them, we find some sort of magic in what that is. And I think part of what this suggests is a way of holding ourselves in love, in offering a softer edge to all things that emerge. And let's face it, life's a wild card. And so a lot of it's about how you take it in. It's not about what you put together. It's both. We have an intention, but we also have an attention. Yeah. And so to live in a sense of freedom and peace, sometimes we have to work on unblocking our own reception to experiences that aren't quite made just for us. But there's something else that's possible there. And as we meet them, we learn what's possible from it. Example, I had a coaching client that went to a wrestling tournament, an MMA wrestling tournament. And in the wrestling tournament, cultivating an open mind and offering that kind of attention and being in the moment, he caught several breakthroughs and insights that came out of the wrestling tournament. He saw the way things were planned. He saw the way the particular fighters were coming in, and they were diplomatic toward each other despite all the fighting. And we came over several insights in a coach call about how this moment, completely irrelevant. I mean, it seemed like something that had no space for what was significant or what he was looking for. And you would think, boy, it's a waste of time. But as we offer our attention in detail to our experiences more carefully, and we let go of what the outcome needs to be, we enter a world, we enter a space where something else becomes potentially relevant. So we move from irrelevance to kind of letting go into letting come something that might be meaningful and significant by kind of holding the space for anything and expecting nothing. And this is not just something that comes automatically, right? It's not like you walk into the moment right now as you're listening to me. It's not like you're saying to yourself, boy, I'm listening to JD, expecting nothing and being ready for anything, but you can. And it's a quality of showing up. It's a quality of just being open and showing up and offering a certain neutral listening, a listening to each other, a listening to ourselves, to conserve our legitimacy and conserve acceptance in every moment that we can. And I wish you the opportunity of this because it brings you a more richer, a more expanded experience into things. It expands your person. It offers you a greater chance to see where service is needed, where you can be a blessing to others, where you can see the opportunities that you might not before. Thank you.